This animation details how to assemble and install MGF's high clearance trench box top unit. For details and safety advice on assembly and installation of the high clearance trench box base, please refer to the separate animation. With a top unit installed on a base, the system is generally suitable for trench depths of up to 5 metres. Max trench widths of up to 5.4 metres can be achieved. The understruck clearance on the base unit must be 3 metres when using the top. A top unit can be used on its own if using a dig-in-place installation method. When using a top on its own, the minimum understruck clearance will be 760mm. The high clearance trench box comprises of very heavy equipment and must be installed by competent ground workers only. Certain parts of the following instructions require working at height. Customers must carefully risk assess handling, assembly, installation and extraction sequences to ensure suitable safe access is provided for operatives at all times. For full component technical details and weights, refer to the technical file found on the MGF website. During the assembly of all the components, it is critical that operatives plan each step and wear appropriate PPE and avoid placing their hands near pinch points. The top unit can use 2 different types of struts: telescopic 150 series struts or rigid 200 series struts. For assembly of the 150 series telescopic struts, please refer to the existing trench box safe system work animation. This animation will detail how to assemble the rigid 200 series struts. Assembly of the 200 series struts commences by laying the central 200 series strut extension on timber skids. Make sure the length of the extension matches the high clearance strut on the base panel. The 200 series struts require an adapter to be used with the top panels. This adapter simply bolts to either end of the 200 series extension with 8 M20 bolts per connection. Repeat this process with each of the 4 struts. Commence assembly of the top box by laying both panels on timber skids using a 4-leg chain to each connection point on the top and bottom of the panel. One panel's strut pockets should be facing skywards, with the other panel's strut pockets facing downwards. Install the struts onto the panel with the strut pockets facing skyward. The struts should be lifted in a vertical orientation by inserting a single leg chain hook through the upper adapter connecting hole. The strut can now be carefully lowered into one of the strut pockets. This should be pinned in place and secured with an R-clip before removing the chains. Once all struts have been installed on the panel, attach a 4-leg chain to each connection point on the other panel. Lower the panel so the strut adapters insert within the strut pockets. Ensure the excavator chains do not slacken until all pins are installed. Secure the top panel in place with pins and R-clips. This may require working at height. The top box is now assembled. Connect a 2-leg chain to the top 2 extraction points on the panel and carefully pull the top panel such that the whole assembly rotates about the opposite panel edge. Anchor if necessary to prevent sliding. The top panel is now ready to be installed on the base unit. The top unit can now be lifted using a 4-leg chain and carefully lowered over the installed base unit, making sure both top panels fit either side of the upstand of the high clearance struts, and that both boxes are flush with each other. The panel base to top panel connectors should now be installed. To do this, an operative must access the box. It is recommended to do this via the open ends of the box, which should be battered back to a safe angle. The 4-leg handling chain should also remain connected until the top unit has been fully connected. Installing the panel base to top connector requires 2 operatives, one within the box and one at ground level outside of the box. The operative within the box needs to access the handling points joining the base and top unit. The adapters are connected together using M30 bolts. Once every connecting adapter has been installed, then the 4-leg chain can be removed. Box assembly can now continue to be installed using the dig and push method, progressively excavating ahead of the base unit's cutting edge in 300mm increments. On reaching the final depth, it is recommended to fill any gaps between the box and the ground level to prevent any trip hazards. Safety equipment should now be installed. Works can now commence.